Dragonites, this is DraycosDragon, welcome to another Dragonite video. Before we begin, I want to say first off, if you like this video, 5 like button. If you like this, if you want to see more, 5 the subscribe button. Also let me know in the comment section below if you like these Thoughtful Thursdays videos, and if you want this video or this episode, this series to go live. I'm planning on making one episode live. I'm not sure which episode yet. About to see when that will be. It might be a Canada Day special. Who knows? Now, and if you do want to see that, if you want to see it go live, then when we go live, it's going to be on Twitch. So you go to twitch.tv/DraycosDragon for that. You can also check out my live streams on Twitch. Like I said, twitch.tv/DraycosDragon. It's I had to correct that. It's not every Sunday anymore. It's now every second day. So this week it's Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Then next week it's going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Then back to Sunday. You'll get it. You can also follow me on Twitter to find out when I go live, when I post more videos, etc. And I also post all the straw polls on there as well. Which reminds me, I'm going to make a straw poll on Instagram this time, just to see what you guys think. But we'll get to that in a moment. Now the reason I'm making this video is well, as you saw from the title, this is about two things. First off, this is about me coming out to you guys, and second, this is about what might be happening and what I currently am. Sorry, I've been live streaming a lot lately. I'm just out of it. Where should I begin? Okay, I'll start with what I'm currently doing. For those who don't follow me on Instagram or see any of my Twitch live streams, you probably don't know this yet, but you can see here. It looks like I have chest. That's because I'm what I consider a cross-dresser, or closet cross-dresser. What I mean by that, in my case, is I do cross-dress every once in a while, but it's more stuff that's underneath, so it's not as revealing. But that actually brings me to what I'm actually planning and what I've been doing lately. For those who don't know me in real life, you'll get the idea soon. I want to first talk about the confusion that the LGBT, or the people outside of the LGBT community, seem to have with the LGBT community itself. Some people seem to have a confusion that someone who is, for example, sorry, I had to fix that. Someone who is has a trying to figure out how to say this right. basically someone who has a certain type of sexual orientation and someone with a sexual preference, or whichever way you want to word that. They are only into those genders, which is true, but a lot of people also confuse sexual orientation with sexuality, like not like straight, gay, etc. But I mean more like the physical portion of it, like the gender, basically. Just because someone has a personal sexual identity doesn't mean that their sexual orientation or sexual preference changes. Just like if someone changes their sexual orientation or preference, they don't necessarily change their sexual gender. So I just had to get that out there because a lot of people seem to confuse the two. Now, as for what I am, I will admit, yes, I did make a LGBT video a while back, letting you guys know what I was and whatnot. But it has become more sorry. First off, for those who don't know what LGBT is, first off, let's get that out of the way. There's the L, which stands for lesbians, of course. And gay, which G is gay. B. Then there's B, which is bisexual or bicurious. T, transvestites, which it's an umbrella term I'll get into in a moment. And G or Q, which is queer, and then there's all the others, such as questioning, asexual, pansexual, cissexual. There's all these different ones. I know I probably said that last one wrong. That's basically what the plus is for the LGBTQ plus. I normally don't call it LGBTQ because it's just too long. So I just say LGBT community, just summing it up. Anyway, first off, yes, I did mention a while back that yes, I am bicurious, or at least at the time I was bicurious, but now it's actually become more bisexual, like fully bisexual. Which means I'm not into men. I'm not necessarily entirely into men. I'm not entirely into women. I'm into like all the genders in general, basically. And for those who are unfamiliar with these words, lesbian is, well, it's basically a female who's gay, basically. Let's just sum it up like that. Gay is someone who's into the same gender, whether it's emotionally, physically, romantically, spiritually, whatever. Bisexual is into both genders. Bicurious is someone who's not sure if they're fully bisexual or not. They're kind of curious about if they are or not, then queer is not really used very much anymore, but it's basically another way of saying gay, in my opinion. I apologize if I'm wrong there. And then there's transvestites, which is like transsexuals, transgenders, cross-dressers, myself. Excuse me. The list goes on. But for me, for this video, I'm specifically just speaking about the transvestite and bisexual part. The reason I say that is because, well, I'm planning on getting a gender change. Yes, I know some of you are probably gasping and whatnot out of shock or out of surprise. But that's just what I'm planning on doing. I'm not sure if I will be able to actually do it yet, but right now I'm in the transitioning phase, which means well, if you don't know what a transition is, then you probably don't know too much about the LGBT community. Transitioning is basically where you start as one gender and you're slowly making your way to another gender. At least for the trans part of it. I'm not sure if there's a term for the other types, but so yeah, I'm planning on changing gender, but we'll see. And that doesn't mean that my sexual preference or sexual orientation changes at all. I might still be bisexual then. It doesn't mean just because I become or go from being a male to a female or female to male doesn't mean my gender preference changes. Just because I'm bisexual as a male doesn't mean that I won't be bisexual as a female. But we'll see. Anyway, now I want to clear up some stuff about the LGBT community itself. There's many types, and I've only gotten a few of them. Trust me, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's about 9 of them here. There's a whole site where you can find all of them. Well, most of them at least, as well as some of the phobia ones, which would include biphobia, which is the fear, hatred, or intolerance of bisexual people, such as myself, and of course homophobia, fear, hatred, or intolerance of someone who is gay, pretty much. That includes lesbians as well. Yeah, you can check out the website for that. In fact, the website, I'll put the URL in the description below. Now, one moment. Actually, I might be able to fit it all here. There's the website. You go to weareFamily-LGBT-A-Z-glossary, and you'll find everything, every definition and term mentioned. That's just where I went to find all this stuff. It took me a while, trust me. Anyway, as for the types of LGBTs or LGBT community people, there's asexual, or ace as it's known, which is someone who is not basically doesn't experience a sexual desire or attraction to partner sexuality. Pretty simple as that. Bicurious, bisexual and bicurious I already mentioned. Cisexual or cisgender, CIS gender. It's a term basically means someone that identifies as the gender that they were originally born with. So if I was born male and I identify as male for my entire life, that means I am a cisgender. Just an example. Then there's drag king or queen, also known as crossdresser, only a more extreme version. They tend to go so far that the males end up actually looking like females and even acting as females, whereas females dress up to the point that they look and act like males. Hence the queen or king part of the term. Gay, someone of the same, basically someone who's attracted to someone of the same gender, basically. Lesbian is the female version of gay, basically. Pansexual is someone who is not limited in sexual choice with regard to biological sex, gender, or gender identity. Then there's sexual orientation, which is like straight, bi, gay, lesbian, etc. In transvestites, the umbrella term I mentioned, which basically sums up transgender, cross-dresser, transsexual, etc. And those are just some of the terms. Now, if anyone has any questions or anything really, questions or concerns that they want to address, or if they want to include their own opinions, ideas, expressions, etc., or if they want to show their support for my transitioning period, please post that all in the comment section below. You can also come to the YouTube, or not YouTube, the live streams on Twitch. Is twitch.tv/DraycosDragon. That's every second day at 3 p.m. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I can't really think of anything else to say. Yeah, if you go to my Instagram I think on the 1st I will put a poll in one of my stories asking whether you want this Thoughtful Thursday series to be a live stream or a regular stream. Or sorry, if you want this to be a live stream or remain as a YouTube video. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of it. Haven't had been having a bit of sleep problems, I guess. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it. And I guess oh, if you want to check out my live streams, it's twitch.tv/DraycosDragon. It's every second day at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also check out my Twitter @DraycosDragon, as well as pretty much any other social media. You can go to the website that I put down there if you want to find out all this information about all these terms. And I think that's pretty much it. I can't think of anything else. So I guess that's it for today. And the question of the day is actually, yeah, the question of the day is, what do you no, I can't actually think. Oh, if you could change your gender, would you? And if so, who of the opposite gender would you wish to become if you could? And it doesn't have to be anyone that's real. It could be someone who's in a fictionary world, like Orc from Dragon Tales, Harry Potter, Arthur the aardvark character from Arthur, Miss Frizzle from Magic School Bus, your a teacher of yours, a parent of yours, whatever you want, really. Please let me know in the comment section below. And I think that is pretty much it. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. See ya.